After 3 years of serving as Norwood's fire chief, George Maurice announced he'll be retiring at the end of August. This news came at Tuesday night's SELECTMEN meeting. Maurice announced his retirement, and the board offered their words of respect for the chief.
Lastly, I'm honored to have had the chance to serve the people in Norwood for the past 32 years, the town that I grew up in. I believe that I have always served the people in Norwood with honor and integrity. Ending my career in this capacity is bittersweet, but I feel that my focus has to turn to other interests and researching different avenues in public safety.
Personally, I can tell you it's been a pleasure working with you in a number of capacities here for the last 3 years. I think you've done a very good job as chief. And we have an outstanding department, and you're at the top, so at the top of the pyramid. So credit to you for all you've done in your 3 years of service as chief and in your 32 years overall for the department.
When you think of all of the changes that have occurred and in personnel and leadership, a new building, the lights didn't shut off for the first month, $16,000 in electric bills. I mean, so many things that you've been through over the 32 years. And throughout the time that I've known you, the only thing that you've been is intelligent, strong, kind, honorable. And like, that's a hard, how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna find another replacement? You know, I'm sorry. I'm happy for you that you're leaving, but I'm sorry for the town, because I appreciate and I thank you for everything that you've done.
And then I remember very distinctly standing there with the chief and Deputy Cody and Deputy Hayes at the hospital as we were figuring out how do we evacuate the hospital in the middle of a flood and a power outage and everything else. So we're going to miss you, and we're going to miss your leadership, and we don't want you to be a stranger.
Tuesday night, the Finance Commission bade farewell to Town Accountant and Commissioner Clerk Tom McQuaid.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure whether this is the last meeting of the fiscal year, but I would like to take the opportunity to thank Tom McQuaid for the service that he's given to the Finance Commission over these past, I guess, 5 or 6 years, and simply wish him the best in his retirement.
So moved.
So moved. I think it's unanimous.
Thank you, Tom. And
Yeah.
well before you became the Director of Finance, your membership and your help on the Finance Commission, and of course, being one of our wonderful selectmen. And
Thank
we
you
know
all.
you'll be around. I know you'll also be around to help for anything people need.
I will. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom, for your many years of dedication and service to the town. The Commission then welcomed our new Director of Finance and Accounting, Meg LeMay.
Formal agenda for tonight's meeting, which will be relatively brief. I do want to welcome to our virtual meeting this evening our new Director of Finance and Accounting, Meg LeMay. Welcome, Meg.
Thank you.
Your very first day here, and it's great that you have an opportunity to have some work overlap, if you will, with Tom. So we're very happy that both of you are.
Tom has been very helpful.
Good. Yeah, we found it to be helpful too.
Welcome to Norwood, Meg. The fire department will proceed with repairs for engine number 3. A request for funding was approved, and the 20-year-old engine will be repaired. The rec department was approved for funding to replace a porta potty. This was in response to vandalism that occurred at the Bond Street tot lot in late June. Board members proposed adding surveillance cameras to all of the town's play areas to prevent any future incidents. Later, the group discussed municipal relief expenses. These expenditures would cover unforeseen Medicare costs for town employees. Other relief may become available to Norwood Country Club and Norwood's Public Safety Department following a medical emergency in late June. Conditions on the course caused an ambulance and a front-end loader to sink. The board agreed to continue discussion in August once additional invoices and costs become available. The board meets again on August 16th. For the first time since the pandemic began, the Zoning Board of Appeals met in person for public hearings. The board approved 2 hearings on Manhattan Street and Hillshire Lane. The last hearing concerning Florence Ave was a request from the applicant for a variance to build a garage for his vehicles. The board explained that due to the applicant not meeting enough criteria, they would have a hard time getting the variance granted. The board continued the hearing into August 3rd, which will be when the Zoning Board of Appeals meets next. This fall, an additional elementary school music teacher will join the NPS staff. The school committee met remotely Wednesday night to approve the .2 contract. Across the district, students in summer school are working hard. Superintendent Thompson provides an update.
Our summer school has started this week, this past Tuesday, yesterday, and we have several programs starting. We have our Elementary Summer Matters, which is a Title I program for rising 1st through 5th graders. It's at the Balch. We have about 135 students attending. It's being overseen by Stephanie West, with obviously the assistance of Diane Ferrara. Our middle school is running a program, and there's also programs for students with disabilities, including the Town's Challenger program, and that involves 50 to 110 students, and also off to a great start. Our high school has had 2 programs, one immediately following when school came out from the 22nd to 25th, for a credit recovery for those who are really, really close. And then one that will be starting mid-July through mid-August. And our little our pre-K and Little Mustangs K program is serving about 46 students.
Keep up the great work, students. Later, changes were applied to the mask policy. These updates include the implementation of non-binary pronouns in the policy language and additions to the superintendent evaluation process. These updates will go into effect when the mask policy is completed. Later, the group discussed the long-term agenda for the upcoming school year. The committee meets next on August 4th. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government channel or watch on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.